Companies are the cream of the crop, while South Africa's top companies gathered to find out last night at a ceremony in Sandton. The top 500 awards bring together world-class companies from 100 sectors to celebrate the best performers. Old Mutual Investment Group was the overall winner. We're joined now by Dave Macready from Old Mutual. He heads up the Old Mutual Wealth and Investment Cluster, and he's the former CEO of Old Mutual South Africa. Thank you for being with us, Mr. Macready. Well done. What does an award like this mean?
Hi, good evening, Francis, and thank you very much for having us on the show. It's phenomenal. You know, we are so proud and very humbled to actually get a recognition like this. You know, it's a step on our journey to become a world-class asset management business in South Africa. So for us, it's a very important milestone.
You've been with Old Mutual obviously for a long time, but this cluster that you head up is new, taking various departments from the old structure. It's all part of the restructuring. Is it a sign that it's working, that you're on the right track?
You know, there's no real silver bullet here, and I think winning an award like this is, I think, a recognition of a lot of effort that's actually gone in for a long period of time. And, you know, our industry is constantly evolving. I think we're fortunate because we're pretty unique in terms of our leading positions that we actually have in the industry, both here and throughout Africa. So for us, this is one step in a journey, and I think it's an output of a lot of efforts that's gone into to try and really build a world-class investment business.
And what is the difference? What made you stood out, do you think?
Well, you know, an investment business is all about people, and, you know, particularly so in an asset management business. And the environment that one creates and the ethos that one creates and the culture that one actually has in the investment business is absolutely special and needs to be distinctive. And that's, you know, for us to create that great place to work, that environment where we can attract talent, where we can build investment, leadership and thought, where we can actually drive innovation, is absolutely critical. So that's a starting point. It all revolves around the talent and the people that we actually have and the environment that we create for them to thrive in.
Are you watching that culture very carefully? Because we've seen incredible corporate crises, all about ethics, mainly affecting auditors, but some of the banks, and this could spread. And it seems like it's not about skills and talent anymore, but you have to watch the ethics of everybody.
And I guess that's important when it comes to allocating investment and investing in companies and investing in management teams, and, you know, understanding the real ethos of this, of what actually drives a company and how companies are actually measured and how they're rewarded. And we've certainly been reminded of it. You know, if you go back through African Bank, if the Steinhoff saga, and certainly what we're facing now within the auditing profession is a very, very stark reminder. You know, we pride ourselves in being a leader in what is called responsible investing. In other words, in addition to the normal investment thesis, is driving a lot of our thought around impact on environment, impact in the social environment, and also very important around governance. And certainly, you know, I think what we've experienced here have been some very stark reminders of that.
Is the investment world getting crazier? I'd love your view. Look at the US president announcing that he would not renew the Iran deal. There was a huge backlash on the market, but then it seems like investors are getting over shocks so quickly because there are so many of them.
I think that's right, and, you know, the difficulty here is to actually distance yourself from the noise, and it's particularly important from an investment point of view is to not get caught up in the emotion and in the almost the herd impact in some of this, and it's quite difficult. So for us, it's, you know, it's very important to separate actual facts and principles and thesis away from the noise. I mean, it's pretty scary what's going down at the moment, and I think what's going to emerge in the next few weeks, I think will have fairly profound impacts on certainly on the world economy. And I think one's gone from a situation of being in a Goldilocks scenario probably a couple of months ago to, I think, being in unknown territory at the moment.
And we are buffeted by the global economy. We also have our own issues. So can I end with your thoughts on where we're going, because it all looked so good, and then business confidence came out not looking good, manufacturing and mining data coming out not looking good this week. Were we all too excited about the Ramaphoria?
The Ramaphoria is important, and building business confidence actually takes time and it requires trust. But the agenda's changed. The whole discussion around investment, the whole discussion around growing the economy is vitally important. I mean, we've got some real challenges here in South Africa, and without economic growth, we really are going to find it difficult to meet those challenges. For us, from an investment point of view, obviously we tend to look a lot further from a long-term point of view, and we look for sustainable investments. But there have been some very, very real positive signs. I mean, the signing of the renewable, public-private partnerships was absolutely critical, and so we've seen real evidence of confidence turning into consistency in terms of policy, which is good. It's actually great.
All right, thank you very much for your time this evening. Dave Macready heads up the Old Mutual Wealth and Investment Cluster, and this is all about the Top 500, the main award. Well, the Top 500 Workplace Wellness Award went to Nestle. We're joined now by corporate